Hi, I am Jorge Mondragon, and this video is for my presentation on saving energy, my topic for solving a problem. Now, it's a fact that the energy demand is on the rise, and it's also a fact that the biggest consumer of electricity is not industry, but us. Residential and commercial demand for electricity stand at the top of the electrical infrastructure, followed by industry, then transportation, and lastly, agriculture. As a side product of meeting the electrical demand, power plants burn coal whose gases and other gas components like mercury pollute the air, water, and in turn kills animals and ourselves. Additionally, the overwhelming and unregulated brightness of cities and highly populated areas contaminate the night sky and affect animals and our health alike. It's clear that reducing the electrical demand and regulating the light pollution is vital to protect our planet and ourselves. And this may seem as an impossible task, and it may be hard to exactly pinpoint where to begin the change. However, I offer a very simple solution in order to give the first steps to thinking more energy friendly. Now, as I mentioned, going back to what I said, is it's the residential consumption that lays at the source of the demand. So we need to change the way we consume energy in our own homes. If you think about it, what we use the most at home, it's probably the lights. By that I mean, especially during the fall and the winter, when the night times become longer. So yes, the solution I offer is as simple as changing a light bulb, because it really is about just changing a light bulb. LED bulbs are a bit more expensive than regular bulbs. However, they work more efficiently while saving more energy than incandescent lights and even CFLs. Now, LED light bulbs consume up to 80% less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs. Uh, LED bulbs are also much more efficient and have a life of over 25,000 more hours. That is over 3 years of 24/7 usage straight, meaning realistically that in 5 years you would very likely only buy one package of LED bulbs. Additionally, according to the US Department of Energy, a LED bulb energy consumption over a year can save you $3.48 per bulb. Now that is compared to traditional incandescent bulbs, and using said light bulbs for only 2 hours a day with a constant of 11 cents per kilowatt hour. That would mean that if you if you had six bulbs that you used regularly for 2 hours, you would save around $21 a year if you only stick, of course, to only 2 hours of kilowatts per hour usage. So basically, you would be saving 80% of the current energy you use within at least the next 5 to 7 years, which is the average life of a LED bulb. And in order to sustain the use of LEDs, one could offer to change the bulbs of the building in which one lives. One could even offer the said bulbs to neighbors and even family. And you could invest money on solar panels, which average cost range from $200 to even $1,000. But it's an investment on the long run, because not only will you uh, most likely stop using the electrical output, but you will also contribute electricity, green electricity, for your neighbors and for your local community, which will lower the demand of electricity. Uh, so another thing is supporting the change of street light bulbs and lights inside of government buildings. Is also a way to change the impact of your community, as in for electrical consumption. Even just sharing knowledge about how important LED bulbs are can be very helpful to help the demand relax. Now, again, switching to LED bulbs is a very simple task, and although it's initially more expensive than buying just a regular incandescent bulb, using LED has several more advantages, as I mentioned, and ultimately it saves energy, money, and effort in replacing bulbs. Now, currently, the high demand of electricity, as I mentioned, produces several contaminants to the environment, and it produces big expenses and health problems to people and animals living inside and very close to the cities. LED bulbs offer cleaner skies, less pollution created by power plants, and a much healthier ecosystem. And if we don't contribute to saving energy, the increasing demand for the electrical infrastructure will further pressure power plants to create energy, creating more pollution too. And stressing the electrical infrastructure more than it already is will only generate more expenses to increase and to sustain that increasing electrical infrastructure instead of reducing the usage and reducing the cost that goes to that infrastructure to meet the high demand of electricity. So as to conclude my presentation, I invite the viewer to invest on green energy because small steps like changing a light bulb can lead to bigger changes. So let me ask you, how many people does it take to change a light bulb? Now, it only really takes one person, but it takes a lot of us to make a brighter and a cleaner future. Thank you very much.